Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time, 3 months to be precise, because last time around we were interviewing Samuel Cates from Tiny Tenkara, and I'd placed an order for the Tiny 10, which is his smallest rod, and I had to wait 3 months to get it in the mail this morning, I imagine because of COVID, and so finally we have it here. It's not very big. And it's my intention to go and bring it out on the river and, give it a couple of casts and, take it out for a day or two and share my thoughts with you, see what this rod has in store for us. So, what is the Tiny 10? The Tiny 10 is in a way a purchase I made out of frustration. Every time I go on a fishing trip, I am frustrated by the amount of gear I find myself bringing with me. My first test of a Tenkara rod, a couple of years back, was my attempt to respond to those frustrations. But at the end of the day, the large number of limitations of a Tenkara rod, as well as the fact that it didn't actually answer my quest for minimalism all that much, brought me back to where I started. That is, until I discovered the Tiny Tenkara. Tiny Tenkara brought the promise of true minimalism for spontaneous short fishing trips. Those moments that so often arise when biking, hiking, or driving around, when you stumble upon a water body which looks extremely promising, but which you can't fish because, quite sensibly, no one hauls around all their fishing gear with them 24/7. So all of a sudden, I could imagine myself packing this small rod and a couple of flies into my hiking pack or my car glove box. And whilst it wouldn't fully answer my quest for versatile, true fishing minimalism on those serious trips, it could nevertheless be a minimalist answer for those trips when fishing isn't your primary aim, but rather becomes a pleasurable surprise thanks to the portability and small footprint of this rod. The Tiny 10 is 20 centimeters collapsed and 1.5 meters long when extended. It only weighs 45 grams, and so it's really never before seen portability for a fly rod. I see it quite like you would see a small umbrella, something which I can quite easily carry along with me, or leave to gather dust in the car if I'm not using it. And whilst it certainly won't beat any record for casting, it's still better than nothing. And since this isn't a rod which you're going to go out and plan to fish with, it's rather something that you will have handy for those spontaneous fishing moments, it doesn't actually need to be a casting record beater. When I interviewed Tiny 10 founder Samuel Cates, he mentioned that the rod has the flexibility of a broomstick, which I found very true. Casting with it is atrocious, but still better than trying to cast with, let's say, just your hands. It'll handle fish fine, and I can imagine pretty big fish at that too. And so, as you would expect, this will be a rod that will find more use in small alpine brooks and streams rather than lakes or ponds. I've tested it on alpine lakes, and if the fish are hungry enough, they might just confuse the tsunami your fly makes when landing on the water with real food. All in all, it's a fun purchase to make, I would say. The Tiny 10, in my eyes, is a very important tool for any fisherman's toolbox. It's something which I didn't think I would originally end up using all that much, but you'd be surprised by how often, you stumble upon a water body which you end up using the Tiny 10 in. Something else which I've noticed over the period of my time with this rod is that it makes for a great learning tool for kids that are picking up a fly rod for the first time. So if you're looking to pick up a gift for Christmas, or looking for something which you can leave to gather dust in your car, only to bring euphoria and emotions when you have nothing else to fish with and you remember that it's lying there, or quite simply you need something lightweight and fun to mess around with, then the Tiny 10 might well be just the rod for you.